Krishna. Welcome all of you for today's book reading session. Let us begin with prayers. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Nitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Reading from Teachings of Lord Chaitanya by His Divine Grace Vishwaguru Abhay Charanaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Chapter 8 entitled The Avataras. Continuation. These innumerable universes, these innumerable universes are being produced from the pores on the body of Mahavishnu. It is also said that as innumerable atoms are coming and going through the holes in a window, so from the pores of the body of Mahavishnu, innumerable universes emanate. From his breathing also, innumerable universes are being produced and annihilated. All his energies are spiritual, they have nothing to do with the material energy. In the Brahma Samhita, this fact is also stated. In the fifth chapter, 54th verse, it is said that the predominating deity of each universe, Brahma, lives only during one breath of Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu again is the original supersoul of all the universes, and he is also the master of all the universes. That is the description of the first incarnation known as Mahavishnu. The second Vishnu incarnation enters into each and every universe. In each and every universe, he spreads water from his body, and on that water he lies down. From his navel, the stem of a lotus flower grows, and on that lotus flower, the first creature, Brahma, is born. Within the stem of that lotus flower, there are 14 divisions of planetary systems, which are created by Brahma. In each universe, the Lord as Vishnu maintains the universe, tending to its needs, and although he is within the universe, the influence of material energy cannot touch him. The same Vishnu, when it is required, takes the form of Lord Shiva and annihilates the cosmic creation. These three secondary incarnations, namely Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, are the predominating deities of the three modes of material nature. The second incarnation of Vishnu, known as Garbhodakashayi, is worshipped as the Hiranyagarbha supersoul who has thousands of heads as described in the Vedic hymns. This second incarnation, Garbhodakashayi Vishnu, is the master of the universe, and in each universe there is a manifestation of the Garbhodakashayi Vishnu. Although he is within the material nature, still he is not touched by it. The third incarnation of Vishnu is also an incarnation of the mode of goodness. As the Kshirodakashayi Vishnu, he is also the super soul of all living entities, and he resides on the ocean of milk within the universe. Thus, Lord Chaitanya described the Purusha avataras. He then described the Leela avataras. He said that there is no limit or counting for the Leela or pastime avataras, but some of them are described by the Lord For example, Matsya, Kurma, Raghunatha, Narasimha, Vamana, and Varaha. A description of the qualitative incarnations of Vishnu or Guna avataras is as follows. Brahma is one of the living entities, but he is very powerful on account of his devotional service. Such a primal living entity, by the influence of the mode of material passion, is situated as Brahma. He is made powerful by Garbhodakashai Vishnu directly, and therefore Brahma has power to create innumerable living entities. A description of Brahma is given in the Brahma Samhita, 5th chapter, 50th verse. Brahma is likened to the valuable stones influenced by the rays of the sun, and the sun is likened to the Supreme Lord Garbhodakashayi Vishnu. If in some kalpa there is no suitable living entity who can act in the position of Brahma, then Garbhodakashayi Vishnu himself manifests as Brahma and acts in that way. Similarly, by expanding himself as Lord Shiva, he is engaged when there is a necessity to annihilate the Brahmanda. Lord Shiva, in association with Maya, has many forms. Generally, they are numbered at 11. Lord Shiva is not one of the living entities. He is more or less Krishna himself. The example is given of the distinction between milk and yogurt. Yogurt is a preparation of milk, but still yogurt cannot be used as milk. Similarly, Lord Shiva is an expansion of Krishna, but he cannot act as Krishna, nor can we derive the spiritual restoration from Lord Shiva that we can derive from Krishna. The essential difference is that Lord Shiva has a connection with the material nature, but Vishnu has nothing to do with the material nature. In Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 18th chapter, it is said that Lord Shiva is a combination of the three kinds of transformed consciousness known as Vaikarika, Taijasa, and Tamasa. The Vishnu incarnation, although master of the modes of goodness within each universe, is in no way in touch with the influence of material nature. Everything of Vishnu is equal to Krishna, but still Krishna is the original source. Vishnu is partial and Krishna is whole. This is the version of the Vedic literature. In the Brahma Samhita, there is the example of an original lamp which lights a second lamp. Although both the lamps are of equal candle power, still one is accepted as the original and the other is said to be kindled by the original lamp. The Vishnu expansion is like that. He is Vishnu, he is equally powerful, but the original Vishnu is Krishna. Brahma and Lord Shiva are obedient servants of the Supreme Lord, and the Supreme Lord as Vishnu is an expansion of Krishna. After describing the Leela avataras and Guna avataras, Lord Chaitanya then explained to Sanatana Goswami about the Manvantara avataras. He states that there is no counting of the Manvantara avataras. The Manus are 14 in one kalpa or one day of Brahma. One day of Brahma is calculated at 432 million years, and during that period of time, there are 14 Manus. Brahma lives for 100 years on this scale. Therefore, during the lifetime of Brahma, if 14 Manus appear in one day, then there are 420 Manus during the month of Brahma. And during the year of Brahma, there are 5,040 Manus. Brahma lives for 100 years, and it is calculated that there are 504,000 Manus in one Brahma's duration of life. There are innumerable universes, and one can just imagine how many Manvantara incarnations there are in the total. The universes are being produced by the breathing out of Mahavishnu, and no one can calculate how many Manus there are at one time. Each Manu is called by a different name. The first Manu is called Swayambhuva. He is the son of Brahma personally. The second Manu is called Swarochisha. He is the son of the predominating deity of fire. The third Manu is called Uttama, and he is the son of King Priyabrata. The fourth Manu is called Tamasa, and he is the brother of Uttama. The fifth Manu is called Raivata. He is the brother of Tamasa. The sixth Manu is also the brother of Tamasa. The sixth Manu is called Chakshusha, and he is the son of Chakshu. The seventh Manu is called Vaivasvata. He is the son of the sun god, born of a different wife, whose name is Sanya. The ninth Manu is called Dakshasavarni. He is the son of Varuna. The tenth Manu is called Brahmasavarni, and he is the son of Upashloka. Four other Manus are known as Rudrasavarni, Dharmasavarni, Indrasavarni, and Raichya. All are sons of Lord Shiva. After finishing the description of the Manu incarnations, the Lord described to Sanatana Goswami the Yuga avataras. He said that there are four yugas or millennia. The first yuga is called Satya, the second is called Treta, the third is called Dwapara, and the fourth is called Kali. In each millennium, the Lord takes different colors in different incarnations. In the Satya Yuga, the color of the principal incarnation is white. In the Treta Yuga, the color of the principal incarnation is red. And in the Dwapar Yuga, the color of the principal incarnation is blackish, Krishna. And in the Kali Yuga, the color of the principal incarnation is yellow. This is confirmed in the Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 8th chapter, as spoken by Gargamuni while calculating the horoscope of Krishna in the house of Nanda Maharaj. In the Satya Yuga, the process of self realization is meditation, and this process of meditation was taught by the incarnation of God in the color of whiteness. This incarnation gave benediction to the sage Kardama for obtaining as his son an incarnation of the personality of Godhead. In the Satya Yuga, everyone meditates on Krishna, and each and every living entity is in full knowledge. Other meditations which are not recommended in this present age are still being attempted as meditational processes by people who are not in full knowledge. The process for self realization in the Treta Yuga is performance of different sacrifices, and this is taught by the incarnation of God in his red color. In the Dwapara millennium, Krishna is personally present and he is worshipped by everyone by the mantra Namaste Vasudevaya Namasankarshanaya cha Pradyumnaya Niruddhaya Tubhyam Bhagavate Namaha. Let me offer my obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. This was the process of self realization for the Dwapara Yuga. In the next millennium, this present age of Kali Yuga, the Lord incarnates to preach the chanting of the holy name of Krishna. In this age, the Lord is yellow, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he teaches people love of God by chanting the names of Krishna. This teaching is carried out personally by Krishna, and he exhibits love of Godhead by chanting, singing, and dancing with thousands of people following him. This particular incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is foretold in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 11, Chapter 5, verse 32. कृष्णवर्णं त्विषा कृष्णं साङ्गोपाङ्गास्त्रपार्षदं यज्ञैः सङ्कीर्तनप्रायैर्यजन्ति हि सुमेधसः. In this age of Kali, the Lord incarnates as a devotee, yellowish in color, and is always chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Although he is Krishna, his complexion is not blackish like Krishna's in Dwapar Yuga, but is golden. It is in Kali Yuga that the Lord engages in preaching love of Godhead through the Sankirtana movement, and those living entities who are intelligent adopt this process of self realization. It is also stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 12, Chapter 3, verse 52. कृते यध्यायतो विष्णुं त्रेतायां यजतो मखैः द्वापरे परिचर्यायां कलौ तद्धरिकीर्तनात्. The self-realization which was achieved in the Satya millennium by meditation, in the Treta millennium by the performance of different sacrifices, and in the Dwapara millennium by worship of Lord Krishna, can be achieved in the age of Kali simply by chanting the holy names Hare Krishna. This is also confirmed in Vishnu Purana, Canto 6, Chapter 2, verse 17, where it is stated, Dhyayan krite yajan yajnyahi tretayam dvapare chayan tadapnoti yadapnoti tadapnoti kalau sankirtya keshavam. In this age, there is no use in meditation, sacrifice, and temple worship. Simply by chanting the holy name of Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, one can achieve perfect self realization. When Lord Chaitanya described the incarnation for this age of Kali, Sanatana Goswami, who had been a government minister and was perfectly capable of drawing conclusions, directly asked of the Lord, how can one understand the advent of an incarnation? By the description of the incarnation for the Kali millennium, Sanatana Goswami could understand that Lord Chaitanya was indeed that incarnation of Krishna, and he could also understand that in the future there would be many people who would try to imitate Lord Chaitanya because the Lord played as an ordinary Brahmana, despite the fact that his devotees accepted him as an incarnation. Since Sanatana knew that there would be many pretenders, he asked the Lord, how can one understand the symptoms of an incarnation? As one can understand the different incarnations for different millenniums by referring to Vedic literatures, the Lord replied, one can similarly understand who is actually the incarnation of Godhead in this age of Kali. In this way, the Lord especially stressed reference to authoritative scriptures. In other words, one should not whimsically accept a person as an incarnation, but should try to understand the characteristics of an incarnation by referring to scriptures. An incarnation of the Supreme Lord never declares himself to be an incarnation, but his followers must ascertain who is an incarnation and who is a pretender by referring to authoritative scriptures. Any intelligent person can understand the characteristics of an avatara by understanding two features: the principal feature called personality and uh, the principal feature called the personality and the marginal features. In the scriptures, there are descriptions of the characteristics of the body and the activities of an incarnation, and the description of the body is the principal feature by which an incarnation can be identified. The activities of the incarnation are the marginal features. This is confirmed in the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 1, Verse 1, where the features of an avatara are nicely described. In that verse, the two terms Param and Satyam are used, and Lord Chaitanya indicates that these words reveal Krishna's principal feature. The other marginal features indicate that he taught Vedic knowledge to Brahma and incarnated as the Purusha Avatara to create the cosmic manifestation. These are occasional features manifest for some special purposes. One should be able to understand and distinguish the principal and marginal features of an avatara. No one can declare himself an incarnation without referring to these two features. An intelligent man will not accept anyone as an avatara without studying the principal and marginal features. When Sanatana Goswami tried to confirm Lord Chaitanya's personal characteristics as being those of the incarnation of this age, Lord Chaitanya himself indirectly made the confirmation by simply saying, "Let us leave aside all these discussions and continue with a description of the Shaktya-Vesha avataras." The Lord then pointed out that there is no limit to the Shaktya-Vesha avataras and that they cannot be counted. However, some can be mentioned as examples. The Shaktya-Vesha incarnations are of two kinds, direct and indirect. When the Lord Himself comes, He is called Sakshat or a direct Shaktya-Vesha avatara. And when He empowers some living entity to represent Him, that living entity is called an indirect or Avesha incarnation. Examples of indirect avatars are the four Kumaras, Narada, Pruthu, and Parashurama. These are actually living entities, but there is specific power given to them by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When a specific opulence of the Supreme Lord is invested in specific entities, they are called Avesha avatars. The four Kumaras specifically represent the Supreme Lord's opulence of knowledge. Narada represents the devotional service of the Supreme Lord. Devotional service is also represented by Lord Chaitanya, who is considered to be the full representation of devotional service. In Brahma, the opulence of creative power is invested, and in King Pruthu, the power for maintaining the living entities is invested. Similarly, in Parashurama, the power for killing evil elements is invested. As far as Vibhuti, or the special favor of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is concerned, it is described in the tenth chapter of Bhagavad Gita that a living entity who appears to be especially powerful or beautiful should be known to be especially favored by the Supreme Lord. Examples of direct or Sakshad avatars are the Shesha incarnation and the Ananta incarnation. In Ananta, the power for sustaining all planets is invested, and in the Shesha incarnation, the power for serving the Supreme Lord is invested. After describing the Shaktya-Vesha incarnations, Lord Chaitanya began to speak about the age of the Supreme Lord. He said that the Supreme Lord Krishna is always like a 16-year-old boy, and when he desires to descend on this universe, he first of all sends his father and mother, who are his devotees, and then he advents himself as an incarnation, or he comes personally. All his activities, beginning with the killing of the Putana demon, are displayed in the innumerable universes, and there is no limit to them. Indeed, at every moment, at every second, his manifestations and various pastimes are seen in different universes or Brahmandas. Thus, his activities are just like the waves of the Ganges river. Just as there is no limit to the flowing of the waves of the Ganges, there is no cessation of Lord Krishna's incarnations in different universes. From childhood, he displays many pastimes, and ultimately he exhibits the rasa dance. It is said that all the pastimes of Krishna are eternal, and this is confirmed in every scripture. Generally, people cannot understand how Krishna performs his pastimes. But Lord Chaitanya clarified this by comparing his pastimes to the orbit of the earth around the sun. According to Vedic astrological calculations, the 24 hours of a day and night are divided into 60 dandas. The days are again divided into 3600 palas. The sun disk can be perceived in every 16 palas, and that time constitutes a danda. Each 8 dandas make one prahara, and the sun rises and sets within 4 praharas. Similarly, 4 praharas constitutes one night, and after that the sun rises. Similarly, all the pastimes of Krishna can be seen in any of the universes, just as the sun can be seen in its movement through 3600 palas. Lord Krishna remains in this universe for only 125 years, but all the pastimes of that period are exhibited in each and every universe. These pastimes include his appearance, his boyhood activities, his youth, and his later pastimes, up to those pastimes at Dwaraka. Since all these pastimes are present in one or another of the myriad universes at any given time, they are called eternal. The sun is eternally existing, although we see it rise and set, appear and disappear, according to our position on the planet. Similarly, the Lord's pastimes are going on, although we can see them manifest in this particular universe only at certain intervals. His abode is the supreme planet known as Goloka Vrindavana, and by his will, this Goloka Vrindavana is manifested in this universe and in other universes as well. Thus, the Lord is always in his supreme abode, Goloka Vrindavana, and by his supreme will, his activities there are also manifested in innumerable universes. When he appears in those particular places, and in every manifestation, his 6 opulences are displayed. With this, we come to the end of this chapter, the avataras. We shall continue to read in the next session. Thank you very much for joining. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. Srila Sanatana Goswami Prabhupada ki jai. Vishwa Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu.